Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. This is a great quote from the movie The Shawshank Redemption, the story of a man in prison for almost 20 years for a crime he never committed. Andy Dufresne is beaten, tortured, and brutalized in awful ways. But in the end, he gets his redemption. You see, in the midst of darkness, he held on to hope, and his hope was rewarded. So while The Shawshank Redemption is not a Christian or a Christmas movie, its final few scenes beautifully display the patient endurance of hope and the satisfaction of when it's fulfilled. What's a movie or a TV show you've seen that made you feel hopeful? Why did it make you feel that way? You see, we have a hope that's even greater. 2020 has tried us all to varying degrees, and we've all struggled in our own ways. But none of us have escaped this year without some kind of stress, pain, worry, or heartache. And more than any year in recent memory, the entire planet has gone through something that's been universally hard. So in a way, we've never had more in common. But that brings us back to the baby in the manger. You see, Jesus is the Lord over all. And the good news of Christmas is that even in the midst of really hard times and trials, our stories don't end there. We have a real living hope that our stories don't stop until we one day arrive to be face to face with Jesus in heaven. For those who have chosen faith in him, that day will wash away all pain, heartache, stress, and hardship. The promise of our hope will be fulfilled, and we will finally get our happily ever after. Christmas is for everyone. God's invitation of salvation and restoration through his Son is the only way to overcome this fallen, broken world. He came to make the way for us all, but we have to accept his offer of grace in order to receive it. We've explored the good reasons we have for faith. We've also seen how at every point in the Christmas story, we see our good God moving heaven and earth to knit the entire story of reality together with one goal in mind: saving us all, because he loves us that much. Jesus is the true gift of Christmas. And while we might give and receive presents to each other, God has already given us the greatest gift any of us could ever receive: his Son. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but in order that the world might be saved through him. John chapter 3, verses 16 through 17. He came to save us. You, your loved ones, your neighbors, everyone who's ever lived. It doesn't matter who you are, what you've done, or what you look like. The baby in the manger is for you. He was born, lived, and died, and rose again for you. So will you now accept his free invitation now for eternal life? If you already have, how can you recommit your life to loving and serving him? And here's our final family challenge. Write a prayer together. Using one piece of paper, each take a turn writing a few sentences thanking God for the gifts he's given you and what they mean. Then pass it to the next person. And when you're done, read it aloud together as a family. And then put it somewhere safe. And the next time you need hope, pull it out and remember all that God has done. And let hope be renewed in you. Thank you so much for joining us this year for our 2020 Family Christmas Devotional here at Mission Hills Church. We hope that God uses this to bless you and take you deeper into the story and the hope of Christmas. We love you, we're praying for you, and we wish you and yours a happy new year, and we look forward to seeing you soon in 2021.